We can sit now and have a conversation to say we're not happy about the AI.
Yeah.
Remember, even on our cell phones, we're still using AI.
Yes.
If we don't like it, we should have walked away from it the moment we saw it. The kiosk is just there to take the orders.
Yes.
But still remember, there are chairs, there are tables that people sit in, and they need to be wiped also.
Yeah.
They need to be cleaned, like the restrooms and stuff. So that's a job for someone.
Okay.
Right? Sometimes the AI is good to avoid being called stupid. Because now if you go to the machine, you order your ice cream, the smaller one.
Yeah.
And then I give it to you now.
And
then you like...
Now you learn because the human error applies to everyone.
Even you can make a mistake.
Yeah.
Who did the order there?
Who did the order? Because I'm just giving you the order.
Maybe in the long run, there won't be cashiers anymore.
Okay.
But kiosk can't do the phone calls, kiosk can't help with the online orders, and then kiosk can't help when item is out of stock.
That's
so
true.
When you get there and then you order the ice cream and the machine is broken.
Why is it always broken? Why is it always broken? Maybe we should have that conversation. Why is it always broken?
I don't know.
We've all seen them, right? Those glowing machines when you walk into your favorite food store to buy yourself a burger, chips, or some pizza, right? It's standing there, right? It's standing where your favorite cashiers used to stand. Now, the thing about these glowing machines is that they don't take a break. They never call in sick. And they're forever there. And they never forget to ask you, hey, do you want to upsize your meal for R5? And that's what they do best. But with all the changes, it gives me one question. Sure, they've killed queues in stores, but have they also killed the customer service that South Africa is known for? Because njengamanje, I walk in, I get a burger, it's tap, 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 and I walk out without that South African smile. And we all know, Oguti, a part of going to the shops to get yourself a snack or some ice cream was that South African smile that we all have grown to love. And that asks, Oguti, do you want chips? With a smile. And you don't get that from a machine. And today we are stepping right in the middle of that shift. And we are asking or having a conversation with somebody who is within the industry to say, hey, what is this, or what does this mean for you? Does it mean you disappear, or does it mean you adapt? Prince so I am just a gent who's curious and trying to figure out how is AI changing and shaping the way we live and the way we work. Ndivhuwo.
Hi, Prince.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Thank you so much for joining us on Everyday AI.
Thank you for having me too.
All right, so you are joining me for a very interesting conversation for somebody who loves a late night ice cream. Now, I'm famous ekhaya because by 11 on a Saturday, if I'm bored, I'm going to join a queue. and you get there, sometimes the ice cream machine is broken, but we're not going to talk about that. Right? We're not going to talk about that.
All right.
But thank you so much for coming in on Everyday AI and joining us with this conversation, which I think is very, very important.
Okay.
Now, your industry is changing. You're working, you're saying, how long have you been working now at the food place now?
3 years.
3 years, right? So you're working 3 years and you are at your job like everyone else. And then one day, Ipoza says, hey, Ndivhuwo, when you come tomorrow to work, there's going to be a big glowing machine there right up in front with all the menu, and customers can just walk in and they can tap what they want and then come pay. Or sometimes we pay at the kiosk itself, right? And then just come collect the food from you. What's your initial reaction? Are you scared? Or are you like, finally, there's not going to be queues anymore. Like, this took you long enough.
No, but if it was like, as you're saying, if there's going to be a big machine, we need to have a conversation there to know, like, okay, now you're installing the machine. What's my state now at the
shop?
Yes. So now when you get to here, let's take you the manager.
Yes.
And then you're coming in to say, like, we're bringing in the machine. Is the machine going to talk to the people?
Yeah.
And then no, you're like, someone is going to be there to assist the customers, because some are new to the
machine, the tap tapping.
Some they do know, like, it's your phone, it's like a mobile phone.
Yeah.
So now we need to know, like, the goodness of it and the badness of it.
Yeah.
So as you're introducing it, now I know that my job is not at stake, which I'm going to be happy about it.
Okay.
If it's not going to be at, like, on the line to say, no, you no longer need it.
But now the responsibility is shifting. And your job now, your job description essentially is also shifting. Because if now they're introducing an entire machine, I'm so happy that you are saying, Wuti, you had that conversation with the managers to say, okay, cool. You're saying the machine is coming or the kiosk is coming. People are able to order for themselves. And this is where now my role effectively changes and becomes. Were you excited about the change? I mean, it's one thing, like you qalum sebenzi, and then you are told, Wuti, you are going to be picking up this, right? And then you pick it up for 3 months. And then they come back, they're like, okay, now you have to pick up this big table, right? How did you do with the change from moving from behind the desk or behind the cashier to being in front?
All right. So like with the kiosk side, remember when they introduced the machine, there has to be someone to operate the machine.
Yes.
Meaning that there's also a space for someone to cover for me.
Okay.
So it's an employment for
you, for another person.
And then me to the other side, right?
Yeah.
So the advantage and the disadvantage. But that one, when they introduce like e-kiosk, very like when you come in the store and they see a new thing, sometimes you're just gonna pass and go to the cashier street.
That's true.
So the cashier is gonna be like, no, let me assist you on the other side.
Okay.
You see? So when you go to the other side, it's me, you, and the kiosk.
Okay.
So it's 3 of us.
Okay.
Meaning that you still have the time to talk to me, have the time to laugh with me, like ask what you wanna ask.
Okay, so I still get the smile with my chips.
You do, you can't go to the kiosk if you don't know the kiosk.
I hear you. And I think it's such an important point that you are raising, because from the outside, and as someone who's not in the space or doesn't work there, I'm only seeing the negative. People's jobs are being taken away.
So I should go to the cashier.
Right? I should go to the cashier. Maybe there's an addition of a new job because they've moved Ndivhuwo outside to work the kiosk. So now they need someone else to join the cashier. But I'm curious. So now you've moved from behind the cashier and now you're standing here next to the kiosk, right? Does it make a service experience that you are giving to a customer more personal? Because now we are standing shoulder to shoulder. We're rubbing shoulders. Is that your experience?
Yeah, because Sangari, remember, behind the till, I need to push the queue.
Yeah.
So your smile, I can't overdo your smile there.
Yeah.
It's like, hi, hi, what's your order? And then you order there and then we'll be laughing. But remember, in a way, when it's busy, you can't even get that smile.
That's true.
I'm like, hi, what's your order? You are like, maybe sometimes you request for certain things that I'm missing out.
Yeah.
I just want to run the queue and push the queue, right?
Yeah.
So on the kiosk side, that's where we get to talk. You get to see things that you like behind the counter.
Yeah.
You can't see. Because at the kiosk, they give you like, you are seeing the menu with the option to say you want pizza or you want an ice cream. Do you want your ice cream with toppings?
Yeah.
Like, no. Do you want it plain? Yes.
Yeah.
Like, you get to suit those things. On the counter, do I ask you that?
No, you don't.
You see, it's more personal because now you can see me. I can have a conversation with you.
Yes.
Not worrying about like who's behind you.
Okay. But then that's making me think. Are you saying with that answer, Ogusi, a kiosk never has a queue?
It does have a queue, but remember on the kiosk, like people are just to eat very simple.
Yeah.
So someone might like, maybe it's 3 of you, you walk in and then like you are just doing what you're doing. And then it's just that one person who doesn't know how to use the kiosk. And then I'm helping. But on the kiosk, you can help 3 customers at the same time. Like I'm talking to you, I'm like, oh, someone is like, sorry, also help me. How do I proceed from here? Like, okay, Prince, like,
this is what you do.
You see?
Yeah. I have to say, the way Ndivhuwo is embracing the change and the shift that AI is bringing into her sector is quite inspiring. Maybe we can take a note from her book and say when things are changing in our industries, in our work, in our lives, we embrace it a bit more. Especially just you pointing out that when kiosks are being introduced at the shops that you work at, you obviously are moving from being a cashier to becoming a customer service hands-on assistant on the floor. So it opens up a job for a cashier, right?
Yes.
But the other reality is that we live in South Africa and there's youth unemployment in South Africa. And many of us know, especially for us, our first jobs straight out of high school, whether we're still in varsity or we are not working, we're figuring out life, is always or has historically been retail. I myself started in retail. I was in varsity and I was selling clothes on weekends for a big shop, right?
Yeah.
But you now are coming with a point that the introduction of this doesn't threaten that. But many people are like, the whole point of AI or systems being introduced is to make sure that you shrink labor so businesses make more money. And you are saying, as someone on the ground, that is not the case. And that's your experience. So these machines were introduced, but people are still getting hired.
So when they introduced, the kiosks are introduced, remember, in the restaurant side, they don't hire cleaners.
Okay.
You as staffs, you are the one that do the labors and stuff. So mind you, the kiosk is just there to do what? To take the orders.
Orders, yes.
But still remember, there are chairs, there are tables that people sit in and they need to be wiped also.
Yeah.
They need to be cleaned like the restrooms and stuff. So that's a job for someone.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So like we can't focus on
the negative.
On the negative too much of saying that the kiosk, like on the side to say the cashiers work.
Yeah.
But then in the restaurant industry, so we don't have cashiers, we don't have cleaners or waiters.
Yeah.
We are everything at once. You are a cashier, you'll find me in front, drive through, or even inside cooking, like doing all those things, outside mopping and stuff.
Yeah.
You see, that's also a job that someone needs.
Yeah.
So when maybe like I'm at the store, now they introduce the kiosk, meaning that I need to focus on the lobby area. Someone needs to go at the back and do what? My job.
Everything that you mentioned.
Yes. So on the kiosk side, the disadvantage that I might say is that on the cashiers, yes, it might be a life threat to say that maybe in the long run, they won't be cashiers anymore.
Okay.
But still, the shop needs to still operate and the shop needs to be clean. There are no robots to clean the shop.
That's true. Yes. But then also, sure, cashiers, let's say 3-4 years down the line, we might not need them. But you work next to a kiosk. And in the Maskali conversation, you said one of the things that make your job very valuable at this point is that sometimes bayangena abantu and they don't know how to function the tap, 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 right?
Yes. 20
years ago, we didn't have phones, but now everyone has a phone. My granny doesn't call me unless it's WhatsApp video call. I know what you're doing. I got engaged in that with straight. She wants to see my face.
Yeah.
But where I'm going with this is that every day, as human beings, as South Africans, we improve in how we engage with AI.
Yes.
So 2 years down the line, I might go into a shop and I don't need Ndivhuwo anymore to help me with the kiosk to tap and tap and tap. So then that puts your job on the line.
Yes.
You don't think? And like, what are your feelings and thoughts around that?
Obvious, I'm going to lose a job there. If you don't need me, I'm going to lose a job there, right?
Yeah.
But in the food industry, you're always gonna need me.
But then, that's true. But if, let's say, I hired Ndivhuwo as a cashier and a customer liaison person on the floor, I'm paying Ndivhuwo a certain amount of money. Now, if I demote Ndivhuwo a little bit, and then I'm asking her to only clean, because the cashier and the machines can now do their own work that she doesn't need to do, I'm paying her less. Do you not see that happening?
Yes, it can happen. But again, who is going to pack the order? if you're replacing the cashier, because a cashier can be someone who's also picking the order for you, so who's going to do that for you.
You still need Ndivhuwo to do that.
You still need Ndivhuwo
at a lower price. But it does not worry you. People can be like, oh, I was paying you 5,000 Rand a year ago, and now 2 years later, I'm now paying you 2.5 because your work has gotten smaller because there's a machine that does most of your work. Does that not worry you?
It does, but then again, on the long run, we're not dealing with physical customers only.
Yeah.
We also dealing with online customers, the Mr. G, Ubers, those collections. You do need me to pack those orders, right? You do need me to assist the driver who, when we are out of item and the customer who's online has bought something. So who's going to call that customer to say, no, can I offer you this thing?
No one. So you
do need new.
And this is such a great takeaway. This is such a great takeaway. The changes and the advancement are happening, right? So I understand. It's okay, cool. Ikoni AI, ikoni machine, nan. Kotwage abantu will always be needed.
Yes, because kiosk can't do the phone calls. Kiosk can't help with the online orders. And then kiosk can't help when item is out of stock.
That's true.
So when you get there and then you order the ice cream and the machine is broken.
Why is it always broken? Why is it always broken? Maybe we should have that conversation. Why is it always broken?
I don't know. Maybe they need to repair or do something. I don't know.
I hear you. But I think that's such a great outlook to have. I'm so grateful that you are sharing that and that I'm experiencing that through you, Uguti. It doesn't shake you, and it doesn't, you're not scared about what's happening. You are saying, sure, whatever's happening is happening and it will happen. But as an employee, I need to learn to adapt and change. But so now coming back to what's happening now, right? Because I think we focus so much on the future, with what's going to happen in 2 years, 3 years. But what's happening now, as somebody who's been using these machines for how long now? How long have these kiosks been at the shop that you work at now?
I think it's almost a year and few months maybe.
Yeah. Okay, a year and a few months. That's a good time.
Yes.
And would you say they've made services faster? In terms of the flow at the shop, is it faster because of this kiosk that?
Yeah, kiosk it's way faster because remember, before they introduced to say both customers can use the kiosk to proceed with the payment. You can't stand on the queue with a card while you can order a simple meal on the kiosk. And then you just tap your orders on the kitchen. We are doing the order for you while I'm still taking the cash customer.
Yeah.
You see? So you, the card customer, you're getting your food. Your order is ready.
Yeah.
So yes.
It makes the service quicker.
It makes the service quicker.
And is it still our favorite South African service? But first, we love hands-on service. Our customers happy when you interact with them. I've ordered from the kiosk, I've gotten my chips and burger, and I come to collect from you. Am I still smiling when you hand me my order? Am I still happy?
Yeah, some they are happy, but some, as for me, sometimes, you do prefer that alone time when you don't want to talk to somebody.
That's true.
You just go to the machine, do your thing, you go there. If you have specific instructions, you're going to tell to say, can I please have my burger, this and that?
Yeah.
Okay. So then it's up to you as a person who's going to purchase at the store to make your best out of it with the cashier.
Okay.
Because if I can see you coming with a moody face, and I'm sometimes you don't even know if I should say hello with a smile or with your with your sad face. Because sometimes you smile and you're like, what's the joke?
I hear you.
And you don't give a smile where there's a joke, right?
Yeah.
Just because you're approaching, I'm hi, it's your order number there. You say, yes, here you go, thank you.
Okay.
So you come there hey, how are you? How's your day?
Yeah.
We make a conversation out of it. You take your food, you leave happy, I leave happy. There's still customers who smile.
Who are smiling, who are for this advancement that we are seeing.
And most of the times, judging to our South African people, the blacks, not the black ones, you don't smile. Why?
Are they not smiling anymore?
Nah.
You're the reason we have AI.
No, like I don't know why we are rude to each other. Like we are rude.
No, we
so sometimes like the kiosk feel less like, it's making your job easier than for you to shout at me like, I said I needed this. Like, why are you shouting? I'm a human. Like where there's a human, there's always gonna be a human error.
Yeah, that's true. That is so true.
And then working on the food, like, it's a lot of job.
Okay.
Because you need to master whatever that you are requiring. It's your ice cream. I need it half with the toppings there.
Yeah.
There you're calling me stupid. Do you think I'm going to smile like that?
No.
So sometimes the AI is good to avoid being called stupid. Because now if you go to the machine, you order your ice cream, the smaller one.
Yeah.
And then I give it to you now.
Whose mistake
and then
is
you
it?
Like...
Now you learn because your human error applies to everyone.
You see, even you can make a mistake.
Yeah.
Or you went there looking for a specific burger. And then you ordered... you order something different from that. When I hand you the order, you're like, no, I thought my burger was... Who did the order there?
Who did the order? Because I'm just giving you the order. Okay, I see.
Yes, so like sometimes it relieves that rudeness from a person to go through. But sometimes you do miss the guys that talks and laughs. You see?
They miss me, only me. So with you embracing AI and the improvements like kiosk at work, do you feel you've embraced it, sure, like right now? Do you feel that there is growth in your career in a sense that you are acquiring new skills and it's propping you up to even go to higher levels? Maybe it's interesting you in a career in tech or management because of all these changes that are happening? Yes,
because the AI has, the kiosk side.
Yeah.
It's you facing the customer.
Yeah.
Which you get the customer service skills, right? Yeah. Customers gonna rate you to say, I got the best service from Prince. I got even like the management skills.
Yeah.
Because you manage your customers. When maybe you're running out of something, you do talk to the customer. Like you being the manager, the cashier, the lobby host, like you are...
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. You need to explain to the customer while they're buying, like, oh no, sorry, I remember. They say this is gonna take how long, or this, we are out of stock for it. Yeah. And now like they're asking, why are you out of stock? You don't need to call the manager to say, they're asking, why are we out of stock? You need to know, like, you hold the position for the manager to say, like, you need to know everything.
Yeah.
One thing they don't allow you is to answer the question that I don't know.
No. Okay.
You need to have the answers, like, why don't you have this?
Yeah.
You're not the manager, you don't receive, you don't know like what happened to the system, like the order and stuff. Why don't you have this kind of cheese at the store?
Yeah.
You need to know that. You can't say, I don't know.
I don't know. That's never a good answer.
It's
you
rude.
Must know everything. Why don't you know? Why don't you know?
Yes, because like, let's take you saying that I don't know.
Yeah.
Mind you, sometimes you are being visited by upper bosses of your company. You're answering your upper boss to say, I don't know. Why don't you know? Why are you here? It's like you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what your job is. So basically, you learn with techniques.
Yeah.
Because when something is like, it's not working on the kiosk, you need to be aware of it. You need to check your speed point. You need to check the cables. Like, why is the slip not printing?
Yeah.
You need to see, like, to show the customers when you're assisting that always be mindful to check the order number if the receipt is not coming out.
Yeah.
So yes, like you're learning things you're not learning as a cashier, because as a cashier, the receipt always comes out.
Yeah.
But there, the customer needs to help the order number.
And you need to be aware of everything that possibly could go wrong, and you need to be able to answer.
Yes.
So, on a scale of 1 to 5, how happy are you with this advancement? How happy are you with kiosks?
Like, okay, the scale is 10 to 5. My ratings is 10 to 5.
No, give us a correct. No, give us a direct answer.
No.
There's 5 fingers up. If Ndivhuwo is rating the kiosk, how many fingers is Ndivhuwo giving the kiosk?
5.
5 out of 5?
Yes.
Hi, wena.
Yes.
Yay, Nina.
I'm giving 5 out of... No, like, okay, like the 5 out of 5, it's coming to, like, Personally, to the people that do not want to talk.
Oh,
personally, to people like who like to avoid people.
Yeah.
Personally, to those people that, like you get annoyed by people for no reason.
Yeah.
So it's 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5 again.
Okay.
Advantage and the disadvantage.
I feel like the AI and the kiosk came to the right person when it came to you, Ndivhuwo.
No.
I'm getting a sense. Listen, I'm getting a sense that you were saying, you know what? I was sitting there when they were installing the machines, and I was like, thank God.
Yeah.
I don't have to
thank God, because I can't be told that I'm stupid. I can't hear that to it. Yes.
That I understand. But yeah. So I'm just happy with the entire conversation and what you shared with us on Everyday AI with the advancements in your industry. And the fact that, what I'm learning is Ndivhuwo is not scared of the advancement in her industry and how her work is shaping up because of AI. Instead, she's embracing it. Maybe more of us need to do the same.
But okay, let's take now we're saying we're not embracing it.
Yeah.
What powers do we have to stop the AI?
I mean, the powers we have is having conversations like these to say if we are happy or unhappy about it. Because some countries are far in advance and they have been using it, and people aren't happy with how things are done. Because we're going to get to a point where you go to a food store and you do your entire groceries and you have to scan it yourself, right? And it gets to a point where shops, in groceries or wherever, especially groceries, you get to a shop and then there's 3 people working because the machines do all the job. And now you are looking for Omo. Omo is everything. You know what I mean? We're looking for Omo, but no one is here to help because everything is done by AI. So that's why we need to have the conversations. We can say we are not happy about this. We are happy about this. That's the only power that we have as a people to say, this is changing, sure. But is this change too much? Or is this change what we are for? Which is what you are saying. I'm a cashier. I've worked for 3 years and then I'm working in food. And I'm happy with the advancement that is happening, right? And some people might be of the opinion, I'm not so happy about it. Because I'm a cashier, like you're saying. And it looks like in a year from now, my job would be extinct. And also it raises safety concerns and there's so many things. But then also like you were saying earlier, which I think is something you were teaching all of us today, is that with everything that's going on, there's always a good and the bad.
Yeah.
So it depends what glasses are you wearing and where you are looking at things from to move forward. So I think that's what I'm getting from this conversation.
Yeah, because even we can sit now and have a conversation to say we're not happy about the AI.
Yeah.
Remember, even on our cell phones, we're still using AI.
Yes.
So if now we can stand my concern basically is that we're gonna sit and have the conversation, which in the end we can't change it because of our feelings. It's them that they're running, the companies, to say is there a loss to them? Because remember, they are all about the money.
Yeah.
So if the kiosk is not making money, or if maybe customers were coming in to say, if you need me to pay with card, I'm not going to do it. Yeah. And then they walk out of the store. Yes. And then the ones that introduces the machine, now they get to a point to see that we are losing customers. Yeah. Why? And then that's when we're going to say, is the kiosks. People do not want to use what? The kiosks. Yeah. So if now everyone is using the kiosk, it's a way of saying, accept what is happening. If we don't like it, we should have walked away from it the moment we saw it.
That's true. But also the great thing about having conversations and maybe even sitting down with people who are for things and or against things, what I'm trying to run away from is us saying, we can't do anything about it. We can always do something about it. One of the examples that were great that you used was the phones and the AI on our phones, right? We have governments who have laws. So even the phones that we are using, there are laws that Facebook has to follow, that South African government has to set out to say, hey, you can't use the AI like this to our people, to source data without them knowing. Same thing with kiosks and retail, if we speak about it long enough and passionately enough, and we raise valid points, people that are leading us, people that have means to change laws, they can change laws, because we are saying on the ground, who work as cashiers, because we are not happy about this. The public is saying they're not happy about this. They can introduce laws to say, if a food shop or a food store wants to introduce kiosks, for every 2 kiosks you buy, you also hire 2 staffs. You know what I mean? So balance the equation. So what I was just trying to say was, even you have power. Even I have power. I have power as customers to have to share my frustrations and my experiences. That you have a power as somebody who is an employee in the sector to say, this is not working for us, or this is working for us. So I'm appreciating how you have embraced the new advancement that AI is bringing into your industry as a cashier. The introduction of kiosk is something that you are like, yay, I love this. And I'm also just thinking now, because you have been in the industry for 3 years, so you know your way around. But there's someone out there right now who just started their job today, or what day is it today? Doesn't matter. But 2 days ago, and then today they walked in at work and there was a kiosk, and now they're panicking. They're like, oh my God, what's going on? Is this my last day at work? Because they're introducing a system that can do my job. What do you have to say to them, to that one person who's currently going through this?
All right. Like for them, the key factor is that their managers or their employees should let them know in time, so that they won't panic. They will know their outcomes when the machines are being introduced. So if you are like, maybe they are going to move you from being a cashier to be maybe to focus on cleaning or something. They need to communicate that even before they put the machine. They don't have to wait for the machine to be in store, and then now we're starting to ask, like, when did we get the kiosk? Like, what's happening? Because obviously, like, if you're working in the store and then you just come across the kiosks, your day is not going to be good as you like as usual. Meaning that customers won't be happy that day. They won't be a great service. Because you are thinking that maybe this is my last day, or maybe in after the month, they're just gonna say, if you are not liked at work, to say, you can go. You're on the line. And it's because of the So you see, like, your job is gonna be at stake. So it's for managers to communicate with their staff when everything new is being introduced to the shop. And again, it's for managers not to allow each and everything that like has to happen, to say like, we are introducing the kiosks and now you have to fire the people. As managers, you need to think of them, your staff.
I think what's great about what you're answering, you answered it from a manager's perspective, right?
Yes.
So now, if I'm a young employee, I'm 18, straight out of high school, and this is happening, I want you to talk to that person to say, can that person go to the manager and be like, Manager, in there? you know, like how should they approach that? Because the manager, I completely agree with you. They need to walk them through before to say, this is what we are doing. But we know, we all work. Not nothing, but things are hardly done the correct way. So you walk in, you're like, a machine. You know what I mean? So if I'm that person, and as somebody who's you're on the other side, you've got experience, you've been using this machine for a year, and you know this machine, you know the changes that come with this machine. So as somebody who's being introduced to this machine now, what do you have to say to that person now who's panicking? Or going to, like you were saying, is this my last job?
Yeah, because now to that one, it's a bit hard to say, Uguti, do not panic, or you need to stay calm. Since if they didn't talk to you properly to say, this is what we're going to introduce, you need to be on the two sides of stories, where you are panicking and where you're not. Because remember, where there's lack of information, you're not going to get anything. So if you know that the machine is not taking away anyone's job, you're just gonna work in with a smile. Even if I meet you at the door and you're like, hey, I'm seeing this, meaning that you're going to lose your job. I'm like, nah, that's not with happening. A smile. So imagine you are there and then you're asking me, obviously you are ruining my day. And I'm like, I don't know. Do you where do you work? Now I'm starting to look for a job in customers, which is not gonna be good. Because I'm there to save you what you want, not for me to bring up like
anxiety,
my
like
troubles, my CVs to you. Like maybe you don't even work. You're just somebody who like who bathed and look nice. You're also looking for a job, and I'm there like no. But do you know how confusing it is when like I'm seeing you like you look like somebody who works, because like you can't go around carrying your problems anyway. You're coming to buy in the ice cream, and you're like this machine, and I'm like yo. Konje, am I going to lose my job or not? Maybe this is a good shot. Maybe like where he's working, they need people. And I'm like, do you know where can I get a job? You're not working yourself. So how would you feel? You see,
terrible.
Like, you like, if you say like, no, I'm not working. And I'm like, how can a nice guy dressed like this not work? Like, so like communication with the staff always like isn't the work.
Yeah, I think
even to avoid the I don't know part.
That's so true. I think what I'm getting from what you're saying was even if it's happening to you and you are new, you don't necessarily have 3 years worth of experience or a year of using a kiosk. I know the first instinct is to panic because I'm gonna lose my job.
Yeah.
But as someone, if you're going through it, what you need to do is communicate.
Yes.
Even maybe go to the manager, and if they didn't share it beforehand, this is what's going to happen. Because like you were saying, even when they introduce new systems, they need to tell you how these systems work and also how the movement of the entire stuff changes now because of the introduction of the machine. So you go up to your boss and you're like, hey, also remember the manner is always in the manner of approach matters so much. Islong will always do a number on all of us. So so it's a manner of approach to ask your boss to go say, hey, I'm seeing this machine.
Yes.
And clearly it's being introduced and I was not at work for 2 days. What's the way forward with this? Does this change anything? Before you panic.
Yes.
So get the information you need. Then
you can
make your decisions, but don't panic. Then make decisions without the information that you need, right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Ndivhuwo, for joining us for this conversation on everyday AI and just sharing what your thoughts are around the disappearing of cashiers and the introduction of kiosks at our favorite shops. All right.
But like, okay, to cover it up, the cashiers didn't disappear.
Yes, that's what I was saying. That's what you listen. You've completely dismantled that idea. Or the cashiers are disappearing. The cashiers are not disappearing.
We are there.
They are moving up
to making up your order.
To making up your order
instead of taking it.
So that's the great change and the great advancement that this conversation has taught you and I, that things are changing, but not in the way that we were thinking things are changing. This is Everyday AI. My name is Prince Machine.